Hello and welcome to Yoga Story. My name is Jeff Martens. Long ago, in the Chinese frontier, there lived a farmer, a poor farmer and his son. They didn't have many possessions and only had 3 mares, 3 horses. One night, there was a huge storm that blew through the countryside, thunder and lightning, and the storm spooked the mares so much that they kicked the gate open and ran away. The townspeople gathered the next day to take in the old farmer's plight. "Oh, this is bad news," they said. "You've lost your horses. Now you have nothing to help you to work and till the land, and you don't have any money to buy new horses. What are you going to do?" And the farmer said, "This is not good news or bad news. All that has happened is that the horses have run away." And the village people shook their head and they said, "Yes, you are right. This is horrible news. You are surely in a plight." The very next day, the farmer's 3 mares returned along with a wild stallion. They were able to corral the wild stallion, and all the townspeople came to look at this amazing specimen, this incredible stallion. "Oh, you are so lucky," the townspeople said. "Look, you've got your 3 mares back, but you also have this incredible stallion. He's so strong and valuable. This was a lucky day indeed for you." Farmer said, "Not lucky or unlucky, not good or bad. All that has happened is that my mares have come back, and they have brought with them a stallion." And the townspeople laughed and shook their head and nodded and said, "Yes, yes, you are right. It is such a wonderful event. You are so lucky." Well, word of this stallion started to spread through the countryside and even reached the emperor's ears. The emperor sent an advisor to look at the stallion. Never before had such a horse been seen, and he offered to buy the stallion for a great sum of money from the farmer. But the farmer did not feel to sell the stallion, and so he refused the advisor's offer, and the advisor returned to the emperor empty-handed. And the townspeople gathered, and they said, What poor luck you have. First you have an offer for the horse, and then you refuse it. This is really bad. You should have taken the money. You could be a rich person right now, you and your son." And the farmer said, "Not rich, not poor, not good, not bad, not right, not wrong. All that has happened is that I did not sell the horse." The next day, the son was going to attempt to ride the stallion, to tame the stallion. And as he was riding the stallion and attempting to tame it, the horse threw him, and he landed awkwardly and broke his leg. And all the townspeople gathered, and they saw his son with the bounded leg, bandaged up leg, and they said, "This is terrible." They said, "Now you have no son to help you work, and you cannot afford to get another worker because you will not sell the horse. This is a calamity," they said. And the farmer just nodded and said, "Well, this is not a calamity. It is not a tragedy, not good nor bad. All that has happened is that my son has broken his leg. There is nothing else that has happened but that." And the townspeople said, "Yes, you are right. Your son has broken his leg, and this is horrible for you. We will pray for you. We are so sorry." A week later, a war that had been raging in the far regions of the country had moved very close to the farmer's village. And since they were on the frontier, the war was coming right to the border. And the emperor's army moved through the countryside, conscripting every possible man, old man, young man that could fight in this battle, which was almost certain to be lost. And as the soldiers moved through town, conscripting teenagers and men who were 50, and everyone in between. Everybody began to weep as their husbands, their brothers, their friends all had to go, except for the farmer's son who had his broken leg. And they gathered at the farmer's field and they said to the farmer, "This is so lucky for you. You are so fortunate that your son broke his leg. You are so fortunate that you did not sell the stallion. We have lost our loved ones, yet you still have your son." And the farmer smiled with compassion and said, "Well, not lucky or unlucky, not good or bad. All that has happened is that my son is still here." Our minds can add so much to the raw sensations, the feeling, the emotion we have, the memory, the thought. These are all fairly neutral things, but then the mind takes these things and it adds to them, it comments on them, it rates them, it compares them. And all of this is done with an association with the past. And this is the way that we lock ourselves into the past. We see the present moment, but then we compare it and judge it and analyze it and project it according to the past. And this then becomes the future. Not good, not bad, not right, not wrong. Just for that initial moment, just to be with it, to allow something else, to allow a different perspective, a different voice, a different understanding, a different way of seeing. This is much more efficient and infinitely more effective than trying to change everything in the world around us. On your next exhale, let all the air come out. And on your inhale, breathing in. Towards the end of the inhale, keep inhaling. And then exhale all of the air out. The inhale is not good or bad. The exhale is not better or worse. One is not better than the other. Both are necessary, both are needed, and both are perfect.